Some residents and business owners are blasting the Lubbock Police Department online, saying it's orchestrating a cash grab for the city. But the department tells us officers are only trying to make sure more of them are available to respond to true emergencies. The Lubbock Police Department first posted on social media about the updated alarm ordinance Tuesday, but the revised version, which was approved by City Council, has been in effect since the 1st of the month. The department says it needs to cut down on sending officers out to false alarms, but some citizens are worried this is government overreach.
And today we're here to combat the false information that's been circulating.
Scam, cash grab, weird and unnecessary. Lubbock residents and business owners aren't holding back when it comes to the city's updated alarm ordinance. But LPD says the fact of the matter is 3 out of every 4 alarm down calls are false alarms, costing the city about $255,000 a year.
So we needed to find a way to reduce those numbers so that our officers are available for high priority calls and to proactively patrol our city.
The revised policy requires all residents and businesses with an automated alarm system in which a third-party vendor calls law enforcement for suspected burglaries or robberies to get a permit. Those are $50 a year or $25 for seniors.
So when there's an upfront cost, alarm owners tend to keep their systems in good working order. They tend to test their batteries, update contacts, train users on how to best use the system. And other cities have used this model and implemented in their cities, and it's helped drive down their false alarms.
White says this is also about protecting officers.
And we have examples of officers, even one within our own region, where an officer responded to a false alarm and was shot and killed by the homeowner. So any amount that we can reduce our officers having to go to these false alarms makes their job safer.
He says the permit process allows the city to better identify repeat offenders. After the initial cost of the permit, there's no fine associated with the first 3 false alarms in a year. 4 to 5 false alarms will result in a $50 fee, and after that, the system is capped at a $100 fee per incident.
We've seen comments that talk about the fines and fees going to bonuses for officers and officer salaries. That is not true. That's not what happens. All that money goes to the general fund of the city.
The department says owners with a permit can appeal their false alarm fee. This ordinance also does not apply to self-monitored security cameras. The wind setting off an alarm also won't count. The department's working to remove language online saying officers won't respond to a call if a valid permit isn't on file.
Let me clarify. We will respond to an alarm call. If an alarm call comes to our dispatch center, we'll go and make sure that everything's okay.
But if that turns out to be a false alarm and you don't have a permit, you can be fined. To avoid those false alarms, make sure your company calls you first. If you have motion sensors, check for drafts under doorways or fans. Those can trip alarms. Make sure your doors and windows are latched before you activate your system, and make sure you know your system and how to cancel a call. We'll have links to get a permit and other ways to keep your system from getting fined at kcbd.com. It's likely this plan will be reviewed by the City Council. After hearing and reviewing several complaints, Dr. Jennifer Wilson, Councilwoman for District 5, is promising to bring this ordinance back to the agenda for a thorough work session. She posted this statement to social media this evening. Councilwoman Wilson says the council needs to find the, quote, right balance between public safety, fairness, and practicality. She urges you to continue sharing your feedback on the plan so the City of Lubbock can continue serving you in a safe manner.